Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've been on YouTube lately, you've probably noticed that a lot of the content being promoted are those of shorts, or mainly short form content. The content normally varies from about 30 to 90 seconds long and follows in the footsteps of other social media giants like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. Now, if like me, you tend to produce more long form content, there's a great new software out from a company called Reelify. This software can take your already produced videos, break them down into several clips that you can then repost onto whatever sites you want to. Now, the great news is that there are two versions of this software, and one of them is not subscription based. It is a lifetime deal, so stay tuned and I'll give you some more details about that shortly. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the software is called Reelify and it's compatible with Apple Silicon Macs only. Now, there are some other websites that offer a similar service, but the trouble with those websites are that you do have to upload your footage up to those websites in order for it to then use its AI features to break those clips down, and then you download them back onto your computer. The other problem is that these sites are very expensive. They're all using AI and they are no lifetime deals, so everything is subscription based. Now, here in Reelify, everything stays on your Mac, so you don't need to upload any footage to any servers or anything like that. You can therefore keep your footage private and not have to worry about your footage being stored anywhere. Also, if you wanted to upgrade your free version, it's still much cheaper than the other options I'm seeing online. So with that said, let's jump in and see how this all works. So the process is very simple. You can get this done in 3 very simple steps. Once you've downloaded the software, you can import it, it analyzes your footage, and then you can export it to yourself without having to go online. Okay, so once you've downloaded the software, simply double click it to get started. Okay, give it a second or two to load, and then you can drag and drop your video into the box here, or you can use this button here that says click here to browse your video. Once you've found the location, you can import it this way. You've also got another option below to import the video from YouTube. I'm gonna drag and drop my main video for now. I'll show you the YouTube option a bit later. And here's where I've stored a couple of long form video clips, and I want to take one of these videos and break them down. I'll take the top video here. Now, this is a video which is a long form content video which I've already uploaded to YouTube already. But here it confirms the video name that you can see here. You've got settings that you can open up to double check how long you want this to be. I think I'll stick with the middle one, which is going to be 30 to 60 seconds, because that's how long I want the short to be. But you do have options to make that longer, 60 to 90 seconds, or even shorter, 15 to 29 seconds. You've also got an AI focus, which is optional, and a non-English video if you wanted to switch that option on. Now, in my case, my videos are in English, so I'll leave these options alone. There's also an AI focus, which is optional if you wanted to highlight any funny moments or anything like that. Once you're happy with everything, just go ahead and click Reelify video and let it start analyzing. Now, I'm doing this in real time just so you can see how quick this is to use. I'm not going to speed anything up here. You can see the first step, initializing, is already done. The second process has already started, so that's now processing the content. And we'll give it a few more seconds to finish processing the content before it moves on to the last stage. And while it's doing that, let me just quickly show you the video once again, just to show you how big of a file this is or how long the actual clip is. So this is the main clip. It's 2.3 gig. It's an MP4 file. And if we just have a look at the length of this video, if I just start to try and play this, you can see here that it's 40 minutes long, 40.54. So just under 41 minutes. And it's processing the content very quickly in the background. You can see here the processing content is pretty much done. We'll just wait for that to finish. Here we go. It's now finished, and we've now moved on to the third and last part of it, which is generating the highlights. So we'll give it a few more seconds to generate the highlights. This is where it picks out the best bits that I could then use for various different short form content. So if you have videos as long as this or even longer, you may have documentaries or podcasts, or anything like that where you've got long form videos and you've got some hidden gems in between those, then definitely use this, because this will go through and analyze the content and hopefully come up with some really good hidden gems in between that. And as you can see, this is already done. Now I can tell it's already done because you can see here the video's automatically started playing. I've just paused it very quickly now, but you can see here it's identified the key moments. So it's found 8 clips that I could potentially use as shorts. It's given me here some titles. Now this is an extra AI feature, so you don't have to take this. But if you do want the AI version, which I'll talk to you about a bit later, you can see it's now broken this down for me into 8 different clips. It's titled it, it's given me some really nice descriptions that I could use on these shorts as well. Now this video in particular was a food festival that I went to while on holiday, and I was interviewing different vendors, just asking them about their products that they were showcasing. And you can see here that the AI has broken this down into some really nice descriptions and titles that I could use if I wanted to upload these as separate videos and upload them to YouTube. And it's cleverly come up with some titles and descriptions that, to be honest, I wouldn't really have thought of using myself. So I think for this alone, it's definitely worth the investment if you did want to purchase the AI features and actually take this a step further. If you didn't, and you don't need all this, it will still break down these clips for you, and you can come up with your own titles and descriptions as well and upload them. But just to show you before we export any of these videos, some of the options that you can use here to reframe your video. So you can see, first of all, on the left hand side, we've got some different options here. We've got the option to edit your captions. If you wanted to have captions in your videos, that option is available. The next thing I'd look at here is the framing. Now, because I filmed this in a horizontal format, you can see the full video is displayed on the screen, but the vertical format, which this will be exported to, we have several different options as to how we can frame the person who's in the video. So on the left hand side, it's showing me the minutes of where in the video clip these minutes have been taken from to produce this clip. I could go ahead and export this if I was happy with this, or I could look at reframing this. To export it, if I'm happy with the clip, it's quite easy. Just press export and it will just process the clip for you. It just says please wait. It takes a moment or two, and then this clip will now be ready to go. I can upload this to YouTube. So here we go, just like that, it says export completed, your clip has been exported successfully, show in Finder. If I click on show in Finder, this is where it's exported it to, and that clip is now ready to go. So it's really as simple as that. The clip is now ready to be uploaded, and I could use this and upload it to any of my social media networks, and it's all there in vertical format. You can see that it's framed. I haven't had to re-edit this or anything like that. But I will show you some further options in case you do want to tweak this any further. So let's say, for example, I wanted to include captions on this. I've got an area here where I could amend the captions. You can change this by sentence, by word, etc. So you could have a play around with that section just to see whether you'd like to use the captions. Another thing I just wanted to point out to you is that if, like me, you filmed your footage in a horizontal format, you can see here that I've got some wording on the screen which isn't quite fitting into the vertical format. Now down here on the left hand side, you do have a few other options of how you can change the framing. So for example, I can analyze the auto frame feature, and this will change the position. Now in my case, the auto feature isn't probably going to be best because I do have some pre-written wording on the screen. So if I change this to fit rather than auto, you can see now that it has fit the entire horizontal frame into the vertical video frame, and it's placed it in the middle, which is quite convenient because now I have 2 blank spaces at the top and the bottom, which I can use to now maybe put some wording in. And at least I have all the pre-wording that I originally had on the screen, which will now fit into the full frame. So if I go ahead and type something in the title section here, you can see here that that's now going on top, so that if I export this again, it will at least not have 2 blank spaces, as I mentioned before. Now, next to the fit option, there is also a split option, which will basically analyze your footage and split it into kind of like a multi-clip, which I'll show you an example of a bit later. It will just scan the footage and take different parts of your footage and place it into like a multi-screen. So you may find that useful on some of your footage as well. And lastly, just below that, you have got a custom frame. And this is quite useful if you actually wanted to control the framing yourself. So if I change the clip and bring in another person, actually, you can see here that if I start to use the custom setting, I can change the length, the width and everything. And if I had some writing like how you can see on the right hand side, which isn't quite fitting, I don't necessarily need to re-edit this. I can just reframe this in the way that I'd want to, and then export this as a separate clip. There's also a blur background feature which you can use as well. This probably won't work too well in the case at the moment, because I think I'm going to go with this fit option where we've got the black background, so I probably won't need a blurred background in this instance. Now, as I have other clips that are broken down, I can select any of these and do the exact same thing with any of these just by clicking the edit button. You can see here the framing's off, so I can just go back in, change the format to a better framing that you can see here, just so it fits nicely before I go ahead and export this. So very, very useful features there. And once again, I'll just give it a better title just to fill out the blank spaces, and then just go ahead and export once I'm done. Okay, so next up, I just wanted to show you how you can also do this via a YouTube link. So if you don't have the actual original file, but you do have your YouTube video already uploaded, just head to your channel. So in this case, I'll just go to my channel and I'll pick out a video that I want to get some shorts from. So I'll just go ahead and copy the link, and then I'll just paste this back into Reelify. So in Reelify, you can just click on the tab to paste your YouTube link. So if you go ahead and do that and just click on the arrow, this will start to download and prepare the video. You can see here it says it takes 2 to 3 minutes. And you can see, just as before, Reelify has gone through and identified all the key moments. So I've got several options once again from my YouTube video now that I can now use as separate shorts. I can go into each one and edit just as I did before. And this one was actually a train video, so it was a rail video that I filmed while I was out on holiday. And in this country, they had different rules when traveling with kids on a train. You can see here Reelify has identified this. So if I wanted to export this, just to show you what this would look like. If you are going to take the service, just bear that in mind. If you are bringing your kids on board and you want them to be able to have a seat, then definitely make sure you pay for their seats, and that way they won't be able to... So you can see here it's identified quite a key point here, which is really, really good. I've got the blur option that I switched on. The horizontal video has fitted nicely into the vertical format. I've got a subject line, I've got the captions working. So really, really pleased with how this is all working out. You've got lots of different options here as to how you can tweak this to your liking. Now at the top here, you've got a tab you can click on which will show you a history of all the exported files that you've done. Now finally, let's look at some of the pricing options. Now the main 2 versions to consider here are the Creator Pack versus the Viral Pro. Now on the Creator Pack version, you have no monthly fees. This is a lifetime deal, so definitely worth the money. There is an intro price at the moment, and I do have a discount code for you if you want to purchase this through my link. I'll have that pasted in the description below. And lastly, you have the Viral Pro version, and this version gives you absolutely everything. So you get access to all the AI features, the way it breaks it down and gives you all these titles and hooks that we saw earlier on. And this option is great if you really want to start to build your social media presence out there. And once again, the developer is giving us a 20% discount if you purchase this through my affiliate link below. Now bear in mind that these are intro prices, so especially the creator deal, which is a lifetime deal. If you are interested in that, I would try and jump on that as quickly as possible so you can try and secure the deal, especially with the discount code that I have for you. So I hope you found that useful. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment below as well. Let me know your thoughts. Hopefully this opens up a whole new avenue for you to start uploading more shorts from your long form content. In the meantime, take care and I'll catch you in the next video.